Now, if the thought of any of this is it's much more for it than you can bear, then you can take little pieces of stew meat and do whatever with this. But this is wonderful meat. This actual tail right here, you got to cut it up into sections, which we're going to do in a minute. But let's talk about the tongue. We're going to take this tongue and put it in a brine. Now this brine I got from a buddy of mine. It's just a basic brine. I want to get as much salt into that to get that salty flavor as I can, and you can use all kinds of different things. 8 ounces of soy and some Worcestershire sauce, maybe 6 ounces of that. Lemon pepper to give it a little zing, a teaspoon of that. A lot of black pepper. We're going to take some kosher salt, probably about a ½ cup. Then we're going to take a little brown sugar for the sweet. I don't know, 1/3 cup of that. I never measure anything. So I'm just going to simply take this tongue.
That is huge.
That's a big bunch of meat. How could you waste that? I'm going to put it in the brine, put it in the refrigerator, and let it sit there, and we'll probably go 6 to 8 hours. Now let's go ahead and step you through this process. After you take the tongue out of the refrigerator, take you a pot, put you 2 beers in it, and enough water to cover that up, and put you some black pepper, and maybe some garlic, and a little green onion, something like that. Let it come to a boil, and then turn it down and let it simmer for a little over an hour. We'll take it out, rinse it off in cold water, but you can peel that outer layer of the tongue off. Then I'll take and put just a little bit of garlic, a little bit of black pepper, and some kosher salt, and I'll put it in the smoker. Now it's really cold out. Normally in the summertime I do this about 200 degrees. I'm gonna do it at 225 degrees, and I'm gonna check it at about 3 hours and something to make sure we have about 175-degree temperature internal on that. Got some olive oil in here. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to cut this up into sections, I don't know, 3 inches long.
Okay.
And in between the joints here.
So start down below?
Mm-hmm. Now when you think about the spinal column here, you're just basically cutting in between the pieces of bone there. And we're going to take these pieces and we're going to roll them around a little bit of flour. I'll put a little salt and pepper in there. Why in the world would you want to waste that good meat? Look at that. And look at the nice fat that surrounds it. This is wonderful, flavorful meat. Usually you see me cooking in a dish where stuff goes fairly quickly. We're gonna really let this cook down. Now you're gonna taste the bone. Now in some animals, the bone has a strong taste. For venison, I don't want any bone in it. But with this.
Beef is good.
How about that smell?
It smells delicious.
You know what, and
It really
the thing
does.
is about this particular thing that we're doing, it's a slow cook. All right, real quickly, Nikki, if you will, go ahead and put your goggles on.
Onion time?
It's onion time. All right, so we're gonna take some onions, a couple sticks of celery. Isn't that a nice sizzle?
It is.
It already smells like heaven in here. And Nikki's cutting up some carrots, which we're gonna go ahead and toss in here. Now, when the onions start to get done here, which they are, they're getting close. Now remember, this is gonna cook for a long time. All right, let's get our garlic real quick and let's press that into here.
Okay.
I'm gonna clear me a spot over here on the side. I'm gonna use about, we got some small ones, so I'd say if you got normal sized cloves, about 4 cloves of garlic. Now, a lot of stews that I make are not tomato based. This does have some tomatoes in it. It's got red wine and tomatoes.
Yummy.
Okay, if you will, come back with some paste over here.
All right.
I'd say 3 tablespoons. And we're just gonna kind of toast that. There are all kinds of different recipes for oxtail stew and oxtail soup. This is an easy one. Not quick, but it's easy. Now we're gonna deglaze. Smell this.
Smells good.
Okay, now here's where we come back with.
More wine. Wow.
You know the nice dark color
Yeah.
that it has in the
That's what
end?
makes it so good.
Oh yeah. Now, if you don't like alcohol, that will cook out, but the flavor will remain. Now we're gonna come back with beef stock, and I'm gonna do, I don't know, a couple cups of that. And let's come in with about 2.5, 3 cups of diced tomatoes. You can use crushed. Now they're gonna cook down because it's gonna be in here for a while. All right, now at this point, would you take me some fresh thyme?
Okay.
A couple tablespoons of that.
Okay.
I'm gonna take some bay leaves, 3 bay leaves in there. We're gonna put our meat in here. Oh, and we're gonna let that go. All right, now at this point, you're gonna salt and pepper to taste.
Okay.
And you can use as much or little black pepper as you want. Unless Glenn's been to your house and stolen it all, because you know how he is about
Yes,
pepper.
he loves his
All
pepper.
right, now we're gonna take our thyme. Whose thyme?
My time.
and fresh thyme. That is the key to this. As it cooks down, that meat's going to start to fall off that bone. But you have the taste of the bone in there. That's the best part. Now, as that cooks down, we're going to let that go for about 3.5 hours. Let's move that to the stove over here.
Alrighty.
Now, the next step, you see potatoes laying out here. They're lonesome, they're by themselves, but they will have company in a little while.
Okay.
We're going to let that cook down for about 3.5 hours. We'll remove the meat, take the bones out, take the meat off, leave it in there. And at that point, we'll cut those up another 40 minutes or so until that's done. Hey, I'm Tim Farmer, and I want to thank our friends over at Diamond Gusset Jeans for sponsoring our show. I wear their jeans because they're quality. Remember those jeans you used to have and pass down to your little brother? That's these kind of jeans. Comfort, value, 100% American made. Whether I'm on stage, on the farm, or out on the town, I'm wearing Diamond Gusset jeans. If you don't know about Diamond Gusset, you need to check them out. And you can shop with them online at www.gusset.com.
Made in the USA matters. So does quality, value, and variety.
It's in every all-purpose galvanized steel tub and tank we make. Head over to tartarusa.com
To find the closest retailer who sells our quality tanks and tubs.